flowers bloom. No wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something true, made up of these three words that I must say to you. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. No summer's high, no warm July, no harvest moon to light one tender August night, no autumn breeze, no falling leaves, not even time for birds to fly to southern skies, no Libra sun, no Halloween, no giving thanks to all the Christmas joy you bring. But what it is so, oh, so new, to fill your heart like no three words could ever do. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I just called to say I love you. I just called to say how much I care. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, of my heart, of my heart. Oh my God.
Whew, Maureen Parker. Yeah, nothing like starting with a little Stevie Wonder rendition. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us, Maureen. And I was singing along, and I think some other folks were too. So I love it when people call to say I love you. Just saying. Maureen is blessing us this morning, and we love it when you're here. And we also would like you to know that she started a new business in downtown Tacoma. She's the owner of the Tacoma Fingerprint and Notary business. So if you need some notary work done, or those of us that, yeah. Yay, you go. I'm all about those women-owned small businesses. Let's go. Fingerprinting, so those of you that travel and you need your TSA pre-check, that's where you go to get this done. So it's nice to know there's a place close to do that. We also want to thank our amazing music team, so Cerny on the piano, and Bill on bass, Dave on drums, and thank you for bringing all of your joy and helping us make a vibrational difference in our service each week. We love you. Welcome to the light and the love that is Unity of South Sound. My name is Chris Lasarga. I am a member of your Board of Trustees, and it is my honor to welcome you to our Sunday morning celebration service this morning. We hold that you are not here by accident today, but by divine appointment. Unity provides a positive path for spiritual living. We teach inspiring, practical spirituality, something you will experience each Sunday with us as we share our Sunday lesson to enhance your personal journey of spiritual unfoldment. And if you have any questions, concerns, joys to share, we want to hear them. Please visit our website. You can contact us at unityofsouthsound.org and /contact us. Find the contact us, and we'll get that information or message. You could also write it down, place it in our new share box. It is right over here to my left on the little table there. And on your way into Wesley Hall, we invite you to write down whatever you want to share, put in the box, and that will be gathered up after service, and we'll have that information as well. So a couple different ways to connect with us among just speaking as well, even to a member of the board if you like. At this time, we also invite you to put your cell phones in silent mode. Now we invite you to relax, reconnect, and center in the truth of who we are. And please join me in saying our opening affirmation. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe: God, goodness, omnipotence. Our mission statement: inspired by the divine, as an inclusive spiritual community, we explore and express our highest potential. Our vision statement: present and centered in divine love, we co-create a peaceful and awakened world. And our core values: we are love, joy, abundance, and spirit guided. And now Reverend Megan will lead us in an opening prayer.
Thank you, Chris. I just wanted to bring your attention to a couple of things. We have just had, the last couple of Sundays, some really amazing after-service events. And if, I don't want to make you feel bad if you missed it, but I just want you to know that we have wonderful things going on. And so the first Sunday in October, we had our pancake brunch, the annual event that our youth put on. And I just want you to know that they had set an intention of raising $700 to help support their youth camps and their retreats and the kids' activities, and they raised $760. So we're really excited because that was a powerful prosperity demonstration for our kids to hold an intention and achieve it. And then last Sunday, we had the amazing concert with Rana Yellowrobe. She just, Native American flutist. We honored Indigenous People Day, and she just gifted us, and it helped to a prosperity event also for this community. So I just want you to know that we are continuing to plan and consider to bring wonderful things to expand your experience with our spiritual community here at Unity of South Sound. And one of the things is to inspire creativity. So in September, Jennifer had challenged 6 people to come on up and choose to create one of our Sunday theme for Face in Action. And so this Sunday, our theme is yellow. And this beautiful creation, all they had to do was use any modality. You had to completely cover the circle. So Michael Mathis, supervised by his wife Donna here, created this beautiful inspiration. So I just want to clap and cheer for Michael and Donna. Thank you. And it's really exciting to see the creativity and the different ways that people show up with just giving them a brief instruction and a color and a theme. Oh, and it has the affirmation in here. I bravely open myself to life and love. So that's our theme for today. So one more thing is that we are brave enough to get through one more Sunday before the furnace is fixed. The part is ordered, it needs a new motor, it will get installed this week. And so thank you for being here and bringing all your warmth with you. And for that, yes, and for that, we come together to honor the divinity within us as we share the invitation to Dare Greatly prayer. I open myself to the unconditional love and support of the universal presence of peace and oneness. I fully engage with my life and declare my willingness to be seen and celebrated just as I am. I am done playing small and I dare to express myself authentically and courageously. And in doing so, I make an important contribution to the awakening of the planet. I am blessed and I am a blessing, and so it is. Amen.
Welcome, newcomers and live streamers. So we want to take a moment to thank all of you who may be joining us for the first time, either here in person or online. And thank you for sharing your consciousness and your love with us. If you are a first-time visitor here in person, we invite you to raise your hand so that our ushers can bring you a welcome packet of helpful information about our ministry, along with a special gift, a winged heart charm to remind you that we are one in spirit and always welcome here. We also encourage you to sign our guest book at the back of the sanctuary where you entered so that we know who you are. So is anyone visiting today for the first time? All right, very nice. All right. And anyone visiting from another Unity today? Oh, welcome. All right, and so glad to see you. And may I ask what Unity that you are? Oh, welcome to the Pacific Northwest. Happy to have you. Okay. We affirm and trust that everyone who comes to Unity will feel at home, and as we engage in getting to know each other, we are always delighted in seeing all of you here again. Okay. Wherever you are on your journey of faith, you are welcome, and we honor and respect the choices your soul makes on its spiritual journey. Now to everyone and our newcomers, as well as our visitors and live streamers and friends joining us this morning, we want to share our Unity blessing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity you are. Right. And now I'd like to invite Reverend Megan up. We have some announcements for you.
More good stuff.
All right. Even more things that are happening. So first and foremost, we want to encourage you to explore, engage, and enrich yourselves with the following opportunities. So as a reminder, don't miss our upcoming events and activities. So mark your calendars for those attending in person. Check out the Faith in Action and Connection tables in the fireside room right over this way. And there are plenty of volunteer opportunities, events, and program information. So staff will be available after service to answer your questions and help you out with anything you might need.
And today is the third Sunday, so we have our prayer chaplains available to pray with you. David Sandal Hill, right there in the back, is our prayer chaplain on duty this morning. So if you have a prayer intention, you can just meet him in the vestibule here to my left. And if the door is closed, then just wait outside and he'll come and get you when he's available. And we do ask if you would like to wear masks, masks are available as well. So just know that they are honored to support you with prayer intention.
Okay. All right. And our LGBTQIA+ Spiritual Connection Group is meeting today after service from 1 to 2:30 p.m. They will be over here in the fireside room as well. And if this resonates with you, please bring a friend and plan to join the vibrant, inclusive community.
Today, Jennifer Richardson is offering a creative collage workshop in conjunction with our Daring Greatly Faith in Action theme, and so that you can create something that expresses you. That will be at noon in Wesley Hall. So just chat with Jennifer after the service. I know that she would love to have you come and express your creativity.
Yeah, art after
Yeah.
service. Faith in Action individual creative art project. So pick up your art packets at the Faith in Action table today through November 2nd. Bring your creation back any Sunday through November 9th to be displayed in Wesley Hall. And we dare you to express your creative self, dare to express. And we'll be hanging all of these lovely grounds of creativity, creations. We'll be hanging them for everyone to see and enjoy. So get after it, bring it back, we'll hang it up and enjoy everyone's.
There's kind of like this theme of expressing creativity. We're allowing you to have all these different ways. So, and what we're asking really is for you to say yes to what resonates with you. Today, not today, next Sunday, downstairs in Banquet Hall is our Health and Wholeness Sunday. Acupuncture in the Round is back. It's only $25 a person, and acupuncturist, I can't think of her name, Christy. She's really amazing. So you can sign up online. Space is limited, or you can see LaDonna. Wave your hand, LaDonna. I hear your voice. There you are. To let you know if there's room or if there's a waiting list, because sometimes people have to change plans. So just come and check in, and it's a wonderful experience.
Okay. Day of the Dead community event. So the 6th Avenue Business District annual Dia de los Muertos Festival is this coming Saturday, October 25th. It's going to be a big event and a lot of fun. So we are sponsoring the children's tents activities in our parking lot right out here. And a sacred Latino day of remembering souls who have passed on. That's what this is focused on. Volunteers are needed to help set up tables and chairs right here in our parking lot at 10 a.m. on the 25th. And you can see the sign up at the connections table, and we'll make sure that you get all the information you need. So plan on coming out, bring friends. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah, they're going to have vendors. It's going to be all up and down Anderson Avenue between 6th and 8th. So we're in the center of it right here.
Yeah, we're moving into this time of the thin veil, right?
Exactly. And of course, that means Halloween is coming up for our holiday, and our annual event, the Trunk or Treat, will be in our parking lot. And all we ask is that you sign up to bring your car with the trunk decorated and filled with treats. Wear a costume, because that makes it much more fun. And it's a way to connect with the trick-or-treaters in our neighborhood and be visible.
All right. And that brings us up to our 2025 Unity Gala event, a night to dare greatly. How apropos to what we're studying now.
Exactly.
All right.
And so tickets are available. Talent show is a part of it. Sign up to share your talent. That's going to be super fun. Dessert Dash game is brought back. Another prosperity funding thing. So sign up to bring your fancy dessert. Auction donations are accepted through November 2nd. So you can still solicit some of those things to help support our abundance, and volunteer opportunities also to help with the different teams, the decor, the setup, that kind of fun stuff to make it all happen. And just know it's an evening of food, connection, abundance, just amazing time. So let's create an amazing event together. You don't want to miss it.
Absolutely.
Right.
And friendship. Bring your friends. It's just going to be this warm, wonderful sharing with friends and family as well. Don't forget to wear green next week, representing our 4th week color theme, aligning with our creative chakra centers as we call forth our wholeness week by week. And pick up your weekly theme affirmation cards at the Faith in Action table right over here. And remember to stay connected and have a connection with all things that we do right here at Unity of South Sound. Sign up for our weekly e-news to get all the good news delivered every Thursday right in your inbox. Visit our website and explore the member resources box for reflection guides, member directory access, event signups, and more. So stay in the loop with all things Unity.
Yeah, and more fun to come in December. You want to wait to hear that, though.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Megan. I now invite you, if you're able, to stand and join our song leaders today. We are singing Stand by Karen Drecker, Annie Lane Ryan, and Reverend Megan.
I like to call this We're Making a New World Now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. And we are.
Take a brief moment to greet those around you with a Namaste community greeting, especially maybe reach out to someone that you don't know or haven't met. Don't worry if you're not a hugger, just bow and say, Namaste, I behold the Christ in you, Namaste. We invite you to find your way back to your seat, and we're going to begin our next song, I Open My Heart.
There's another new one for you.
Yeah.
Haven't we done this before? I don't know. I open my heart to love. 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 To my soul to joy. I open 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 my heart to love. I open my heart to love. I open my mind to peace. I open my mind to peace. I open my soul to joy. I open my soul to joy. I open my life to live. I open my life to live. I open my life to live. I open my life to live.
You all sound absolutely beautiful. Today's inspirational reading is from today's daily word, Sunday, October 19th, 1925, and the word is forgiveness. Forgiveness is my path to peace. Occasionally, I may decide that a transgression or mistake is simply unforgivable. However, when I maintain a spiritual perspective, I realize forgiveness is key to moving on from painful interactions and is an important part of my spiritual path. Releasing unforgiveness may be one of the hardest things I will do, but I trust there will be peace in my heart and clarity in my mind when I do it. Whether I struggle to forgive another or myself, I trust there is no judgment or condemnation in spirit. Whatever the error, the divine presence within can help me transcend it. There is no pain, no hurt that is greater or more enduring than God. This is the comfort and promise that helps me forgive and know lasting peace. And the verse is, do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Luke chapter 6, verse 37. Now Reverend Megan will lead us in a time of meditation.
So you may not know the music, but you do know the words. We're going to sing the prayer for protection into preparing for our time of meditation. And what the second verse is taking each line to affirm the truth as I am, that empowers us to know that what is living in and through and as us. The light of God surrounds me, the love of God enfolds me, the power of God protects me, the presence of God watches over me wherever I am, wherever I am, wherever I am, God is. I am the light of God. I am the love of God. And so we breathe that in. The truth that is resonating within us in this moment. And as you breathe, allow yourself to gently close your eyes to the outer world as we open up to the vision and the truth of who we are within. And just allowing yourself to breathe into this experience, feel and receive the vibration of our singing bowl as it opens up your heart to receive even more. I breathe in, I am the light of God. I feel that light align and attune within me as I know that I too am the light, expressing in and through and as me. You just allow it to open your heart, your mind, your entire body. The love of God enfolds me. I feel that vibration resonating all around me, within me, allowing me to know the infinite harmony of the universe that is always one with me. For I am that love of that we call God living in me. I breathe in the power of God, that strength that lives within me. For I am that power when I stand firm and know that I am brave and courageous as I step into the world to express my living potential. And I breathe in the presence of God that watches over me, that is always with me, in and through and as me, around me, everywhere present. For I am one with that presence, the presence of the divinity that we name God. For wherever I am, that vibrational creative energy is with me. So in the silence of my being, I surrender into it to claim through the light, the love, the power, and the presence, all that I am and all that I came here to be. I breathe in the awareness of all that I am, the light, the love, the power, the presence of God. And I bring back into this moment in time the realization of the truth of who I am, strong, courageous, and willing to be. We take a deep breath in and we open our eyes, restored, refreshed, renewed, and we notice the beauty of all the beings in this room and the difference we make when we come together. And so it is. Amen. now be blessed again by Maureen.
Don't lose your way with each passing day. You've come so far, don't throw it away. Live believing, dreams are for weaving, wonders are waiting to start. Live your story, faith, hope, and glory. Hold on to truth in your heart. If we hold on together, I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through to forever, where clouds roll by for you and I. Souls in the wind must learn how to bend, seek out a star. Hold on to the end. Valley, mountain, there is a fountain, washes our tears all away. Words are swaying, someone is praying. Please let them come home to stay. If we hold on together, I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through to forever, as clouds roll by for you and I. When we are out there in the dark, we'll dream about the sun. In the dark, we'll feel the light, warm our hearts, everyone. If we hold on together, I know our dreams will never die. Dreams see us through to forever, as high as souls will fly. The clouds roll by for you and
Thank you, Maureen. You are always such a blessing, and your music opens our hearts and prepares for me, so I appreciate that. Thank you. So today, we continue our Fall Faith in Action journey with week 3 of our series based on Daring Greatly by Brené Brown, an amazing book. And chapter 2 looks at debunking the vulnerability myths. So it takes us deeper into the heart of courage. Brenny reminds us that vulnerability and courage are not opposites, they are inseparable. She writes, vulnerability is not weakness, it is our greatest measure of courage. That's a really important foundational thought. For every act of love, creativity, and faith begins with a willingness to show up when we cannot control the outcome. Darn. That's the problem we run into, isn't it? So, when you look at the word courage, it comes from the Latin word cor, meaning heart. Did you know that? To be courageous is coming from the heart. The true courage is living from the heart, allowing our authentic self to be seen even when we are uncertain how we'll be received or what we will achieve. So I remember when I first said yes to ministry, I thought courage would feel strong and confident. Instead, it felt tender and sometimes shaky and holy all at once. I had to lean into faith more than certainty. Courage, I learned, often begins with that whisper, do it anyway. Just like Nike says, just do it. I mean, there's something to that. There's a story that I recall that someone prayed, Spirit, make me brave. Maybe you've had that prayer. And Spirit replied and said, wonderful, here come your opportunities. And the person quickly answered and said, wait, I was hoping for inspiration, not situations. But isn't that just like how life works? We ask for courage, and Spirit gives us opportunities to practice it. Yay, are you excited? Yes. But courage, the thing is, rarely feels comfortable. It usually comes wrapped in uncertainty or risk. It invites us to open our hearts when we'd rather stay safe. And it's a paradox of bravery. That is not the essence of fear. It's choosing to stay open even in fear, to let Spirit guide us when we feel exposed. I have a friend and a colleague who calls it naked truth. She actually had a radio show based on that. As Brenny says, vulnerability is the birthplace of courage, creativity, and connection. These are the very things that we say we want, that we want to lean into. So today we explore what it really means to live courageously through vulnerability, not the loud, battle-ready kind of courage, but the quiet, spiritual courage that shows up with authenticity and faith. Maybe more like coming to a protest dressed in cartoon costumes or as animals versus angry shouting and violence. Maybe you've seen some of that demonstrated. Just saying. We know how to show up to make a difference and stand in who we are. You don't have to be mean or angry or violent about it. So let's begin by debunking a few myths that keep us from living bravely. The first one is, the big one, vulnerability is weakness. Brenny reminds us repeatedly throughout this book, because this is a core teaching here. Vulnerability sounds like truth and feels like courage. Truth and courage aren't always comfortable, but they are never, ever weakness. So we live in a culture that celebrates toughness and control. Many of us were taught that strength means holding it all together, like being the strong one. Yet to feel is to be vulnerable, and to be vulnerable is to be human. Vulnerability, then, is not good or bad. It's simply being open to feeling. When we avoid vulnerability, we block not only pain, but also the joy and the love and the creativity and the belonging that give life meaning. So we trade aliveness for safety. In Unity New Thought philosophy, we teach that the heart is our power center for love and courage. And when we live from the heart, we allow divine strength to move through us, transforming fear into faith. And we know that faith is simply intentionally directed energy, like I direct my focus of where I'm going, and I courageously take a step into that. Charles Fillmore, our Unity co-founder, called courage a spiritual power that springs from the heart. Comes back to that heart. It's not domination or force, but quiet strength that stands in truth even when the outcome is uncertain, because it almost always is. Jesus showed us that kind of courage in the Garden of Gethsemane. His prayer, "Let this cup pass from me, yet not my will, but yours." I surrender my control and allow Spirit to guide the way. He was demonstrating pure vulnerability, open, uncertain, and yet filled with truth. And think of a moment then when you dared to be real, when you spoke your truth, when you tried something new, or opened your heart after loss. That trembling moment was not weakness. It was courage in motion, faith in action. So a spiritual practice that you might try this week is to notice one moment when fear tempts to pull you back. Just pause, breathe, and ask, what does courage look like right now, in this moment? And then act from that inner strength, trusting that Spirit within reminds you that you are not alone, and you are more than this fear. Courage isn't found in the armor that you wear, it's in the heart we reveal. So myth number 2, I don't do vulnerability. Brenny says, to be alive is to be vulnerable. If you're breathing, we are doing vulnerability. So every meaningful act requires risk. To love is to risk loss. To create is to risk rejection. To stand for truth is to risk criticism. That's all part of living. Madeline L'Engle, author of A Wrinkle in Time, you may have had to read that in your English classes. She concurred with that truth, saying to grow up is to accept vulnerability. To be alive is to be vulnerable. So life itself is an act of vulnerability. Every day we wake up not knowing what lies ahead, yet we trust that something greater is guiding us. That trust is faith, and we direct it. So in Unity, it is often affirmed, I am strong in spirit. Have you heard that? It feels really good to say. Let's say it together. I am strong in spirit. True spiritual strength is not being invincible, it is being open. It's saying yes to life without any guarantee of what happens next. Our human self wants the guarantee, but that's not how spirit leads life. That's not how creativity happens. Do you remember the story when Peter was called by Jesus to step out of the boat and walk on the water? Found in the book of Matthew 22 in the Bible, in case you have heard that story. You know, he didn't wait for the waves to calm. He trusted that Spirit would hold him up. And that moment was faith and vulnerability united, because it took courage to step into uncertainty. Even when he faltered, Spirit lifted him up. Failure did not define him, it refined his faith. Jesus represented that voice of Spirit, just saying, come. So demonstrating vulnerability doesn't weaken us. It strengthens the muscles of trust, honesty, and compassion. And each time we step forward in faith, we grow stronger in spirit. We're living from the heart of courage. That's who we are meant to be. So when fear says, stay in the boat, Spirit whispers, come, step out. So here's a spiritual practice. This week, take one small step of faith, make the call, forgive the hurt, share your dream, or speak your truth. Spirit meets you in motion. That's grace in action. Brenny challenges us by saying, what would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? If you acted as if it was guaranteed? And what is worth doing even if you do fail? These questions invite us to live from the heart rather than from fear. And so it's just do it, because no matter what, we learn and grow and expand and evolve from it. Leads to myth 3, vulnerability is oversharing. Some think vulnerability means spilling everything to everyone. But Brenny clarifies, vulnerability is based on mutuality and requires boundaries and trust. It's not oversharing. It's sharing with people who have earned the right to hear your story. In spiritual practice, this means sharing from authenticity, not from neediness. We intentionally open our hearts with wisdom and love, and we come from that place. Even Jesus discerned when to speak and when to remain silent. Before King Herod, he said nothing. But with his disciples, he shared his heart. Vulnerability guided by wisdom creates connection without depletion. Myrtle Fillmore once said, "We do not heal by revealing everything, but by revealing rightly." Meaning true sharing guided by spirit invites transformation and it strengthens connection. That is our goal. In spiritual community, such as we are here, this is how we build safe, sacred spaces. When we listen with compassion and we speak from authenticity, trust grows. Healthy vulnerability helps us to see one another through the eyes of love. So our spiritual practice would be, before you open to anyone, pause and ask, why am I sharing this? And who has earned the right to hear my truth in a place that I feel that I can be my authentic self? Because when you share from love, not fear, your words become healing. That's a powerful practice. It's discernment. I listen before I speak. That leads to our last myth, number 4, we can go it alone. One of our culture's biggest myths is that strength means doing it all by ourselves. Brenny reminds us trust isn't a grand gesture, it's a growing marble collection. I like that analogy. Every act of honesty, kindness, and reliability then adds to the jar of connection. So we are expressions of one life. Our spiritual evolution happens in relationship with our God source, with others, and with ourselves. So courage calls us into community, into the awareness of our shared oneness. So think about the power of a prayer circle. When someone is hurting and enfolds them in love in an intentional prayer, courage multiplies. We remember that strength grows through shared vulnerability, because we have to be vulnerable to open our heart. And it's perfect that today is Prayer Chaplain Sunday, because our prayer chaplains embody this truth. They hold sacred space for others to be seen, heard, and strengthened. So seek David out today. Be vulnerable in the collective power of intentional truth, the vibration of wholeness and love. That's how they're serving you here. So spiritual practice would be seek that prayer, but allow someone to be there for you. Ask for a prayer, accept kindness, and maybe offer presence. For each act adds a marble to the jar of trust, reminding us that we are never alone. There's a story biblically about courage to stand in faith. Remember the biblical story of David and Goliath? You know, it's a great Sunday school story. But it's not just about a boy defeating a giant. It's about daring to be seen in the face of ridicule and fear. For David wasn't chosen for his strength, but for his faith. He stepped forward with only a sling and 5 smooth stones and the conviction that God's source was with him. He believed with all his heart and mind and soul. But before he went out, King Saul had offered him heavy armor, but David set it aside. He said he knew that courage is not about protection, it's about authenticity. He said, I cannot wear these, for I'm not used to them. They would hold me back. That moment embodied what Brenny calls daring greatly. David was fully exposed, vulnerable before that giant and the crowd, and yet he stood firm in his courage, saying, the Lord who delivered me before will deliver me again, firmly grounded in faith. And so, like David, our Goliaths may not be towering enemies, but they may be fear, self-doubt, grief, or change. Courage doesn't mean defeating them instantly. It means showing up, trusting that divine strength works through us. Every act of faith begins when we put down what doesn't fit and stand in our spiritual truth. It's simple as that. So, in reflection, you might ask yourself, what Goliath am I facing right now? What act of faith is mine to take, even if I don't know the outcome? That is where courage is born. Sit with that. What Goliath am I facing right now? You know, I've had many moments where I hesitated to speak my truth, especially with family. You know, that can really be a challenging situation. Some of you may know that. But when I finally have the courage to say that feels hurtful, or I see this differently, I discovered courage through authenticity. It was freeing. I didn't have to be aggressive about it, but just speak my truth from a place of confidence and peace. Publishing my book, Unraveling Grief, was another step of faith, risking exposure and potential judgment. I had to really step out in faith to do that. And each time I faced a Goliath, I connected more deeply with spirit within me. Maybe you've experienced that and you can call a situation. For vulnerability didn't diminish me on any level. It expanded me. And that courage is me being brave. And it encourages me to continue to be brave. And I know that I'm not alone in that. Each of us face moments when we must choose between safety or fear and growth. When we speak truth with love, we open the door to healing and transformation. It's as Brené Brown writes, the willingness to show up changes us. It makes us a little braver each time. There is a song that I really love that really comes from the heart. If I Were Brave by Janice Stanfield. She's a New Thought singer-songwriter. Maybe some of you have heard it, but her authentic lyrics capture the spirit of this message when she says, what would I do if I were brave? What would I do if I knew I could not fail? And she repeats that in the chorus. What would I do if I were brave? That song reminds us that bravery is not about eliminating fear. It's about acting from love in the midst of fear. And isn't that just a beautiful sentiment? You're going to have to Google that and listen to her. Maybe your bravery today looks like forgiving someone. Maybe it's speaking your truth or opening your heart again, including to yourself. So I ask you, what would being brave look like for you this week? Brené Brown writes, vulnerability sounds like truth and feels like courage. Truth and courage aren't always comfortable, but they are never weakness. Remember that. So as we close today, I want to bring us back to our week's affirmation, that you can live into that. I bravely open myself to life and love. Say that with me. I bravely open myself to life and love. Again, I bravely open myself to life and love. So this week, take one courageous step, just one, to face a Goliath, to speak your truth, to love more freely, to trust that Spirit is always, always holding you. And remember that courage is not the absence of fear, it is the presence of love. And when we dare to be seen, we discover that vulnerability is not the end of strength, it is the beginning of freedom. So let us close in the awareness that divine love empowers us to live courageously, to know I am brave by nature. Spirit, guide us to see with the eyes of faith, to speak with the voice of love, and to walk each day as brave, wholehearted beings. And if you dare to sing this with me, this last line of Jana's chorus, what would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? You would just do it. Bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Megan, for reminding us to be courageous, step out in bravery. And you know what? When we all do that, we expect that from each other, so it's okay. It's okay to be brave. At this time, we would like to invite our ushers forward to prepare for our love offering, and Maureen Parker to prepare for the next song. This is the time in our service where we have the opportunity to share our financial blessings with this community in demonstration of the prosperity law of giving and receiving. You can give to Unity of South Sound in a few different ways. You can visit our website, click on the donate button for secure giving options, and we invite you to consider setting up automatic monthly or weekly gifts to Unity of South Sound. You can ask our staff if you'd like assistance with this. This is something that I have done for a number of years. Makes it very easy. If giving in person this morning, please use the offering envelopes in the pews and place them on the offering plate as it passes. And for those that are recurring donors, we invite you to place the green blessing card from the holder in front of your seat onto the offering plate as a tangible representation of your ongoing donation. Whichever way you offer your financial blessings, we hold these gifts in this moment in our hands and in our hearts, and we affirm together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am in perfect balance and flow with the universal tides of giving and receiving, and we are truly blessed. Amen.
Good morning, evening, friends. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster, could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. Is that love's in need of love today? Don't delay, send yours in right away. breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it goes too far. The force of evil plans to make you its possession, and it will if we let it destroy everybody. We all must take precautionary measures. If love and peace you treasure, then you'll hear me when I say is that love's in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. He's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it goes too far. Love's in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Don't you know that hate's going round, breaking many hearts? Stop it, please, before it goes too far. We need more love.
More love. Thank you, Maureen. Okay, now it's time to welcome in our children. I see some in the back. Okay, now let's bless these God lights. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the divinity you are. Parents, if you have some ownership with these children up front, please come on up and you can hold their hands. We invite you to come up with them. And now we invite all of you to please stand as you are able. Turn and face the center aisle so that we can honor and sing to each other in community. Holding your hands high, we affirm our prayer for protection, leading directly into singing our peace song, sending peace out into the entire world.
Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love. The power of God protects us. I am the power. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever God is, I am. And all is well. you are brave. Say, I am brave. And be it. Bless you. Yeah, oh yeah.